Dear students, in today's session, we'll see a definition of plant layout, objective of plant layout, good plant layout requirements, principles of plant layout, factors influencing plant layout, and different types of plant layout. Starting with definition of plant layout, a plant layout refers to the arrangement of machinery and other industrial facilities for achieving quickest and smoothest production at least cost. What are the objectives of plant layout? Efficient utilization of available floor space to ensure that work proceeds from one point to another point without any delay, provide enough production capacity, reduce material handling costs, reduce hazards to personnel, utilize labor efficiently, increase labor morale. Beside this, reduce accident, provide for volume and product flexibility, provide ease of supervision and control, provide for employee safety and health, allow ease of maintenance, allow high machine and equipment utilization, improve productivity. What are the requirements or consideration of good plant layout? Um, so these requirements for good plant layouts are steady and uninterrupted flow of work, absence of congested traffic, full utilization of capacity, easy control of production, effective supervision, low cost of manufacturing, flexibility to meet technological changes and increase in production requirements, efficient space utilization. Beside this, preservation of materials and equipment, accessibility, economy in handling, material handling, minimum movement, ensure coordination, visibility, reduce discomfort, adherence to statutory regulations. What are the principles of plant layout? There are actually 8 principles of plant layout, and let us discuss these 8 principles of plant layout one by one. The first principle is principle of minimum movement. So here, movement of material labor should be least. Uh, so both material and labor should move through minimum distance. Second principle is principle of flow. The work area in the plant layout should be arranged according to the sequence of operation so that there is a continuous flow of material without congestion. The plant layout should allow for easy movement of material without interruptions or delay. Third principle is principle of space. All available cubic space should be effectively used both horizontally and vertically. Principle of safety. Due consideration should be given to the safety and convenience of worker. Principle of flexibility. Layout should be so designed that production facilities can easily be rearranged when it becomes necessary. Principle of interdependence. Interdependent operation and process should be located in close proximity to each other. So this will minimize, product or material, travel. Principle of overall integration. All the plant facilities and services should be fully integrated into a single operating unit so as to maximize efficiency and minimize cost of production. Next is principle of minimum investment. The layout should yield saving in fixed capital investment through optimum utilization of available facilities. So these are all 8 principles of plant layout. So these principles should be considered while design, or while design of plant layout. What are the factors influencing plant layout? So these factors influencing plant layouts are plant location building, nature of product, type of industry, plant environment, spatial requirement, repair and maintenance, line balance, management policy, human need, types of machinery and equipment. Now let us see different types of plant layout. So based upon type of industry and volume of production, uh, you know, uh, you can select any one plant layout. What are the different types of plant layout? Different types of plant layouts are namely product or line layout, process or function layout, fixed position or project layout, and the combination of first three plant layout also can be used in the industry. depends upon the requirement. Let us see first of all product or line layout. If all the processing equipment machines are arranged according to the sequence of operation of the product, then such layout is called product type layout. In this type of layout, only one type of product is produced in given area. In such layout, product must be standardized. In such layout, product is produced in large quantities. So you can see the one schematic diagram where you can see that this is a product A, whereas this is product B. So here in product or line layout, as per the sequence of operation, different machines are arranged in order. So this you can see. So raw material is on one side and final finished product you can get from here. So this your raw material will be subjected to different processes so that it will be converted into final finished product at the end. So if you see this slide talks about advantages of product or line layout. Just go through this slide. Then this slide talks about limitation of product or line layout. So you can refer this slide. Then let us see next type of layout is a process or function layout. So in this layout, the machines are not arranged according to the sequence of operation, but these are arranged according to the nature or type of operation. This layout is commonly suitable for non-repetitive jobs. The process layout is particularly useful where low volume of production is needed. If the products are not standardized, the process layout is more desirable because it has more process flexibility compared to other plant layout. So you can see in process or function layout, in a given area, you'll find different types of similar kind of machines. These are arranged. These are arranged. So such kind of arrangement of machine, you'll find in functional layout or process layout. So in such type of layout, you'll find same type of operation facilities are grouped together. So that you'll find. So if you see this slide, here advantages of process or function layouts are specified. In this slide, limitations of process or function layout is specified. Just go through this slide, you'll understand. It's very easy to understand. So this slide talks about comparison of product and process layout. Similarly, this slide also talks about comparison or difference between product and process layout. Just go through this slide. Next, third type of plant layout is a fixed position or project layout. So in this type of layout, the major component remain in a fixed location, and the you know uh, the the factors of production like material, machine, tools, manpower. These are brought to the location. So the major component or body of the product remains in a fixed position because it is too heavy or too big as such. And different tools, equipment, manpower, all these are brought to single location. So this will find. So such type of plant layout, that is fixed position layout, is used more for manufacturing boilers, hydraulic, steam turbine, ships, spacecraft, satellite, aircraft, etc. So just see the slide which talks about which gives one example of fixed position layout in case of aircraft assembly. This slide talks about advantages of fixed position layout. This slide talks about limitation of fixed position layout. In combination type of layout, you'll find that combination of earlier, three types of layout. These are used as per the requirement. So with this slide, this plant types, this topic is completed. In next video session, we'll talk about inventory control.